Update: Christie criticized rivals for not being able to compete with Donald Trump, who said earlier this week that he would not act like a dictator in his second term, except for the first day of presidency. The former New Jersey governor then scolded his rivals for raising their hands in an earlier debate, when each was asked if they would still support Trump even if he was convicted. All you have to do is look at history. So not speaking against it, making excuses for it, acting like it's a victim in some way, strengthens it. Want to know why your poll numbers are the way they are? Because people like these three men in this scene show that his behavior is acceptable. Ron DeSantis was asked about his campaign attacks on Trump for appearing confused and whether the Florida governor thought Trump was mentally fit to be president. It shows that Father Time is invincible, DeSantis said. The idea that we're going to put an almost 80-year-old in there and it's not going to have any impact. We all know that's not true. Christie and DeSantis then spoke to each other and had a long exchange. Christie told DeSantis he was pressuring the Florida governor to answer the question. When DeSantis objected that he was emphasizing the need to move on to the younger generation, Christie said, "He's afraid answer." Megyn Kelly stepped in to break up the argument between the two. Ramaswamy, meanwhile, made no attempt to criticize Trump and instead appeared to seek the support of Tucker Carlson. The idea that January 6 was a false flag operation has already been debunked. Before Vivek Ramaswamy continued to irritate his opponents and Christie said this was fourth debate and within the first 20 minutes he would be labeled most disgusting blowhard in America. Then shut up for a while, Christie said. Christie was actually coming to defense Nikki Haley, who was target of early attacks from other candidates because her rise in polls is leading alternative to Donald Trump. She is a successful woman and you should stop insulting her, Christie said. Earlier in the debate, Ramaswamy had called Haley corrupt and even held up a sign stating so. This is a woman who will send your children to die so she can buy a bigger house, he said. Before the fourth Republican debate began Wednesday, with rivals setting their sights on Nikki Haley, who has emerged as the leading alternative to frontrunner Donald Trump, who is also out of the race. At the event hosted by NewsNation, Florida Gov. Ron DeSantis and Vivek Ramaswamy sought to portray Haley as a creature of the corporate elite and rebuked Haley's comments last month. Everyone on social media should be verified by name. He later softened his stance and instead focused on the need for platforms to rein in bots as a way to combat foreign influence. He said, "I want your name," DeSantis said, noting that the Federalist Papers were anonymous authors. Ramaswamy, who has committed to being as brash as possible,